Hello everyone, Steve here from Tech Toy Tinker and Retro Arena. Today's video is going to be a little bit on the longer side because we need to talk about some stuff involving the Smart Pro. I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you guys what we've been working on, what I've added, a little bit of gameplay. We'll also talk a bit about the device, the trajectory that it's taken and where it's headed. Right now it's clocked at 1.2 gigahertz, but that's absolutely not the top speed of the device. We're playing with different settings, just kind of seeing how far we can push it before it gets too hot, because at 2.0 gigahertz it gets a bit noticeably warm. So as I was saying earlier in the last video, I think 1.6 maybe might be the sweet spot, somewhere in that range. Also, this is a screen. I haven't taken the plastic off yet. That's why you can see the bubbles there. It's just the generic factory screen protector when you would peel off normally. Also, this game is seriously underrated. It's not a good game, but the reason why I like it so much is because it's completely got Rob Zombie soundtrack. It's called Way of the Warrior, and it's from Naughty Dog, who later made Crash Bandicoot and some other good games. To answer questions I have been asked in the comments, yes, this handheld does support vertical mode. It'll flip like this, and then you'll play the game. We don't have to go through every single system, but we are going to go through a few of them. I don't know how well this is going to run because the clock speed's a little low right now. I will do videos in the future running at a higher clock speed, obviously. Heard a bit of a crackle there. Considering the clock speed that we are on, this is running quite well. 1.6 would probably run better than 1.4 by a noticeable margin. Yeah, that ran a lot better than I thought it was going to. That's definitely still playable despite the mild crackling in the menu. All of these themes that are missing here, or the icons, will be added by Jutleys. What you guys are looking at right now is literally my in-progress build that I am actively working on and adding things to. We of course have Cannonball, because you can't not have Cannonball. I don't remember which file is used to launch it. We still have to go through and refine some things. Like, we need to edit. This definitely works. I have tested it, but I just don't remember which file it was used to load it. Oh, there we go. So the point is, we have to go through and refine things. You don't really want to see every single file in the directory. You just want to see what you need to launch the game. That's not done yet. It is doable. It just hasn't been done yet. As you can see, though, the screen does look quite nice. It's got some crap on it, but that's just on my own end here. I was doing some soldering and stuff earlier. Got a little bit of residue on some things in the nearby area. I was soldering a new memory chip into a Mario Game & Watch to expand the memory. We got Cave Story here, which is something I just added yesterday. That light in the background's annoying, but I can't really do anything about it except be careful with the screen angles. Like I said, I'm not going to go super in-depth into playing games because I really don't want this video to end up being 45 minutes long. It's gonna... CDI Mono 1's giving me a bit of trouble because it doesn't like GLES. I'm working on that, though. It'll be fine. Channel F has a duplicate listing, but that'll be fixed by the time you guys get your hands on this. Dinosaur works fine. We don't need to play it. Doom, I just kind of booted in a previous video. Lutro is Lutro. I don't have any games there, but I'm sure you guys that know what it is know what it is. This won't work right now because I don't have it set up properly. That'll have to wait for another video.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have made a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Of course, because this is RetroArch, you do have the RetroArch, whatever you want to call it. You can get into the advanced menu here, and then you can change the screen settings and stuff. If you wanted to take up the full screen instead or whatever, you can do that. Nintendo DS is using Drastic. I've added Palm OS recently. Need to change the icon here, but PSP and PSP Minis are separated. Saturn works fine, but because of the slower clock speeds right now, the BIOS menu, I'll just show you. The BIOS screen is laggy, but the game works fine. Like, you'll hear it crackle during the BIOS boot screen, but then once the game's running, it's fine. Keep in mind, though, this device, at the power that it's running on right this moment, is barely over half of its actual maximum capacity. The thing is, you're going to want a heatsink or something inside. I think the company was talking about doing that themselves. But at 2.0, it was getting a bit hot, uncomfortably hot on the back. So it's been lowered while it's being tested. But 1.2, I think, is conservatively low. Especially if you're a tinkerer like me and you're willing to open up the device and modify it. I mean, they might put a heatsink on, like I said, but for me personally, because I don't mind messing around, I'd probably open it and put a fan on the heatsink or around the heatsink. Just so I could run it at full 2.0. Oh, there we go, okay. Did a really poor job there. But as you can see, the game works fine. Which was kind of the purpose. So, is what it is. This is MSU1 SNES. That's Quake 1. I'm working on Vita Quake for Quake 2 as well. It's not done yet, but I am working on it. So that's kind of a general overview of what's here and what exactly it is that I'm working on now. I added these two as well recently. Despite the icon needing to be fixed, you can just launch RetroArch. I'm trying to return the functionality so you can use the core updater, and it'll be linked to either my Git or Christian Haitian's Git for 64-bit cores. And return the ability to just launch the core directly from the RetroArch GUI. But all the other settings are here, and you can change them as you see fit. There's also File Commander. thanks to Shawnee Man. You can also turn the music on and off for the background. NetPlay you have to enable before it will do anything. As I was saying here, if we go to the device info, you can see here it's only running at 1.2 gigahertz. Even a 0.4 boost would be substantial. And most emulation's already working fine at 1.2 right now, which means you can tell that it's got a decent set of drivers and libraries underneath it, because if you tried to run, I'm not going to even name any devices in particular, but if you tried to run Dreamcast or N64 on some other handhelds clocked at 1.2, it would probably run like crap using RetroArch. Like if you think about the Odroid Go Advance, it's 1.3 gigahertz and you need to use the standalone. So I mean, like, it just got better driver support is all I'm really saying. Not to take away from the Odroid Go Advance either, because that was a pioneer. I'm just saying it's getting old and dated now, really is what I'm saying. So go buy an Ultra. I support that too. But yeah, that'll give you a general idea as to what's here. There's a category I disabled on my end. I'll put it back later. It's called Best. You put your vertical games in there, and when you play them, it'll just launch Final Burn Neo, and it'll flip and everything automatically. All the buttons will change. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be doing definitely more as time goes on as well. Anyways, take care.